Hey guys, welcome back to episode 5 of How's in Hockey. I'm Nick from Sean and Nick Real Estate. The Montreal Canadiens are currently sitting 26th in the league out of 32 teams with a total of 52 points, with our record being 22, 25, and 8. As much as this record isn't anything too spectacular, it seems like the Montreal Canadiens have finally found a true top line. With Slavkovsky, Caulfield, and Suzuki, they've been excellent at pretty much putting up 80% of all our points for the last month. Nick Suzuki has been low-key having an excellent season, and he currently has 53 points in 55 games, and he's been playing in all aspects of the game for us. Something that the Montreal Canadiens need to figure out is the logjam in the net. I didn't think we'd be rolling with 3 goalies as we are February 20th today. Clearly, I think we either need to put Jake Allen on waivers or try and trade him for what we can get on the market. I don't think having Samuel Montembeault sitting upstairs in the press box for games when he's not starting is really good for his development. Personally, I'd put Jake Allen on waivers. Realistically, I don't think he's going to get picked up considering his contract, but at least we can put him in the AHL and, he can get some playing time down there. So the Montreal Canadiens finally moved their biggest asset prior to the All-Star game and the trade deadline in Sean Monahan to the Winnipeg Jets a couple weeks back for a first-round pick in this upcoming draft and a third-round pick in 2026 if Winnipeg is to win the Stanley Cup this year. I really like this move for the Montreal Canadiens. I think that waiting on Monahan was not beneficial for us because, his history is not great with injuries. And as soon as Elias Lindholm got traded out of Calgary, we knew right away that the market was really heating up for Monahan. I'm really happy with the return, and it gives us 2 first-round picks in this upcoming draft, which seems to be really deep. Not to mention, Monahan's been looking pretty good in Winnipeg. He actually got his second career hat trick last night for the team. Now that Sean Monahan's off the board, the Canadiens don't have a ton left in high-value assets to move at the deadline. I think we could possibly see somebody like David Savard, who has 1 year left after this year, at $3.5 million left on his contract, and who's won a Stanley Cup. Be somebody that teams are interested in. A stay-at-home D that's been there before could be a nice pickup for some teams. And there's also players like Tanner Pearson and Armia that could be dealt also. One nice thing about the Monahan deal is that the Montreal Canadiens didn't retain any of his salary, so we have the opportunity to retain on somebody like a Pearson, a Armia, or a Jake Allen should they be moved by the deadline. And if we don't retain on any of our current contracts right now, if they are dealt at the deadline, what we could do is kind of like what we saw this summer, is we could be a third team in on a larger deal where we can retain an X amount of dollars on a contract and receive a second, third, fourth round pick out of it. As we're currently dealing with the logjam in nets for the Montreal Canadiens, it does seem like we might have found our goaltender of the future. Our 2023 third round pick, Jacob Fowler, who's currently playing at Boston College, has been outstanding so far this year. He has 22 wins in 28 games so far this season, and he's actually about to potentially break an NCAA freshman record. So he's still quite young, and goalies take a lot of time to develop, but he looks like he could be a really nice bright spot coming out of the draft in a couple years to come. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode.